All right, healing family. Welcome back to the channel, Journeys to Healing. Um, y'all already know I get messages, downloads while preparing, and the message that we're starting off with is downtown, so somebody could live downtown. But you need to be patient, okay, when it comes to your wishes and the things that you're manifesting, you're growing. Uh, Someone in particular or a group of people may have tried to take your destiny. They could have tried to do a destiny swap or just could have been taking things from you, period. Energy vampires. But emotional vampires, just people draining you, and your a part of your destiny is to have peace, right? So it most definitely could have been stealing your peace, your identity, things like that. But just be patient when it comes to the situation. Be patient with yourself. Trust in the process. Trust in your journey. Okay. And whoever that was for. All right, y'all. So come on in here. Please feel free to hit that like button, that subscription button, and that notification bell on your way in. Gracias. I truly, truly appreciate it. All right. I think I've been guided to start back using my sound bowl. When I first started off the channel, I used my sound bowl and we did breath work. So I think I'm going to get back into that routine. Um, all right, so I also feel like it's fair that I give fair warning to all the newcomers, and just to let y'all know, my love bug, the name of my channel is Journeys to Healing. So the whole purpose of you coming here is to start your healing journey or continue on your healing journey, okay? But you're going to be triggered, my love bug, just FYI. So if healing is not something that you really that's really your focus at this point, please leave my channel, my baby, because I will have you wanting to like hex me on some type shit. You feel me? Because things will be triggered within you. But if you pay attention to my description box, I highly like recommend that you learn to shift your perception when it comes to those emotions that's going to be triggered in my readings. You need to figure out why that emotion is being. Ask yourself why that emotion was triggered. Try to get to the root of it. Okay, that's how you begin healing, right? You have to get to the root of it. Okay, so for whoever needed to hear that, okay, and I think that I needed to take a little break. Okay, so some of these people could find their soul family. Okay, I think that they was, in my energy a little bit too long. Okay, with that negative energy, I just, oh my gosh, like I love when we grow, but I don't like the energy that come with a lot of the new subscribers, my baby. For real. Oh my gosh. But also to me, like it shows me that people really be putting up a front. Like, everybody have something going on. Well, most people in most situations, you know what I'm saying? And if you don't, then that means you have already experienced it, experience your lessons and learn from it, and learn how to cut cords. But I do feel like somebody is most definitely being crowned. Okay, little stink. I see y'all. Okay, so somebody is being crowned. I feel like you're being crowned by the divine. You're being crowned by your ancestors. I feel like, baby, they telling you that the world is yours. Okay, shoot for your desires, little thing, and just be patient. Okay, when it comes to it, manifesting in the reality for you. Maybe somebody was out by the beach or just connecting with water. Maybe you need to connect with water. A Scorpio could be very significant. We also have Sagittarius as well. Maybe somebody has cut cords from, could be a Sagittarius or a Scorpio. Take what resonates and leave what does not. And I feel like after you cut cords from this situation, you learn to, shoot for your desires. This may be the reason why you're being crowned. Yeah, you're being crowned at this time because you cut cords from a situation. For somebody in specific, it could be somebody that you have kids with, beautiful children, as a matter of fact, But I just feel like you found your work. You found your crown. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it, baby. And I feel like your ancestors is helping you fix it. Let me get that for your queen. Let me get that for your king. You need to focus, okay? Focus on where you want shoot that arrow, okay? I'm loving it. Somebody, yeah, most definitely. Somebody is cutting cards from somebody could be released in, lustful energy. Maybe somebody could have be releasing somebody that you was in some type of um situation with, sexually. True clarity, guidance, and protection. Oh, y'all, I just noticed one. So, y'all, we ain't got no music. If somebody is fully aligned, somebody could be feeling vulnerable. But I do feel like you're growing a lot. You have a lot of fruit. You may be receiving the fruit of your labor. So, congratulations. I feel like somebody's seeing the sun after the storm. Congratulations to that. I'm loving this energy, yo. See, this is what I'm talking about. Them people had to go. I had some demons in my energy, baby. They had to go. Thank you, Lord. All right. So, yes, baby. Somebody is feeling fearless, releasing rage. I'm loving it and shining a light bright like a diamond. I'm loving it. This shouldn't even be in here, but somebody is most definitely like, I feel like you're now attracting your soul family. You're connecting to your soul family. Congratulations. I'm loving this. I'm loving this, baby. And you looking beautiful. Might I add, my baby? Somebody may like the color gold, but for me, gold represents the phoenix. It's red, orange, like a burnt orange, and gold. Those are the three colors that represents a phoenix. And I just felt like somebody could have really, really experienced the death and rebirth. And you really in fertile energy. You could really be attracting like a lot of abundance. I'm hearing royalties, but I just feel like treasures. Okay, and that's whatever because everybody value different things. So take that and apply that how it fit. Okay, but I do feel like somebody is like I don't know. I feel like somebody is holding on to their truth. I feel like somebody has acknowledged their truth first and foremost. But I feel like you kind of holding on to it. Reality, I'm hearing. Hmm. Okay. The scales is balancing out from situations. I feel like somebody did keep their heart as light as a feather when it came to situations. It could be something dealing with a Capricorn or Aries or maybe a Libra. And you've been initiated. I feel like the situations was a test for you, whether you knew it or not. But you was being tested to see if you was going to keep your heart as light as a feather when it came to this situation. I feel like you did. You didn't get angry. You didn't get mad. Like, you didn't get in vengeful energy. You continue shining bright as a like a diamond. Okay, I'm loving this energy. I'm loving this energy. Okay, somebody most definitely could have spoke up when it came to a situation or situations. And I do feel like you have a lot of people supporting you. It already showed with the soul family. So I do feel like somebody most definitely has found their power. They have found their strength. I feel like you're standing in your power and you're heavily, heavily, heavily protected. Your harvest as well is heavily protected. Garlic and soap, like that's all about protection. It's also the salt is also about cleansing as well. So I do feel like somebody is maybe you have cleansed your energy. You could have cleansed, like liberated yourself in the physical as well, from a lot of people. And now you just kind of stand alone. But I feel like you're fierce, you're fearless. It started off with fearless love to be exact. So I do feel like you stayed in alignment, you stayed in a loving energy. You showed fearless love, like period. And I feel like that's love for yourself. Somebody could really like a light blue, or maybe it's really with your throat chakra. You got a lot of support, though, baby. I don't think you see this. Okay, I feel like continue speaking your truth, continue liberating yourself from situations. You do have somebody watching, at least two people watching you in the background, of course. Fake people at that, because they have a mask, they have paint and stuff on their face, so they most definitely hiding. I feel like somebody in specific, it could be a male and a female. But I feel like you shine, baby. You don't care. Okay. You don't care at all. Heavy on the Capricorn energy. Somebody could be 37 years old. Somebody could be born in 73. Somebody could be 35 or 53. Somebody could be born on the 14th day of a month. Somebody could be 41. We have Leo, Virgo, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Libra and Pisces. 12 add up to 3, which is Gemini. Okay. I feel like it's heavy on somebody cutting cords. It could be from either actual sisters, like you maybe come from a large family and you just have a lot of sisters, but I feel like you have somebody cut cords. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I feel like you cut cords from the sisters, but I also feel like you kind of grew too big. Or maybe someone feel as if you grew too big. Like, you could have really, really evolved on, like, I feel like a tremendous level. A tremendous level. The person that you was when you connected to them, like you have expanded and evolved like 10 times. You're like a giant. Okay. December 27th could be very significant. Somebody could be saying the number 12. 12, again, Pisces energy. 12 equals 3, Gemini energy. So heavy on the siblings. The house of Gemini, it represents siblings. Okay, so for somebody, it could be your actual siblings. But also with 12, whatever it was, you were sabotaging things for yourself when you was in this situation. 12 is about the house of Pisces is about self-sabotaging. So, or the sisters was self-sabotaging, things for their self when they did whatever, apply the energy how it fit. Whatever caused the need for a cord cut. Okay. Whatever was the root reason why you needed to cut cords from this situation. Okay. And now you're in your season of glow up. And I just feel like you can be receiving everything, all your pleasures, your desires, everything that make you happy, things that make you happy. Somebody struggling with forgiveness, maybe creating resistance for them. Maybe somebody needs to seek an alternative solution when it comes to like ways for you to try to forgive, whether it's you forgiving yourself or forgiving the individuals that the spiders, the people that beat you. Look, low down, backstab. Yeah, the people that backstabbed you. Somebody may be having a hard time with releasing um the emotions when it comes to the situation, the betrayal. Oh, y'all, somebody could have messed with somebody friend could have messed with their person. That's what this song is. He was messing with his wife best friend. A Scorpio could be very significant, but new life, new you, okay? And you are destined to be famous, my love bug. So congratulations on that. Walk in your purpose with a smile. Okay, beautiful. Period. Oh, y'all, what is this? Somebody may have some type of sexual trauma that's involved in this situation. The Most High never just rescue, he rebuilds. Okay, Stain. I'll leave that right where it fell. And what the streets is talking about, a family that prays together. Andrea threw away a good man who loved her wholeheartedly for an illusion. So the streets most definitely could be talking about somebody's separation or somebody's divorce. How a person misused and mishandled their person. It could be a feminine in specific that took advantage of her person. Um, Wow. All right. And I see how I betrayed you, and I'm not proud of it. I'm truly sorry. Okay. So the streets could be talking about that as well. We have entertainment business or music industry, and that could be the energy of somebody being in some type of illusion, or they traded um, true love for illusion. Somebody could have messed with somebody's best friend, y'all, because that's what this song is about. That could have been the illusion. We have Ruth and boys. Bo was a millionaire, not used to women shooting him down, but with Ruth, the money didn't interest her. She had values. Okay, Stank. What is this? Because this is another energy. And Jaheen put that woman first. The streets talking about that too. Oh, look, if you're gonna tell the truth, tell the whole truth. Nothing but the truth, baby. Don't lie now. Don't lie. Don't forget to tell your role. Girl, what is this? This energy who see how they but oh this y'all person. I feel like your person could have messed with somebody that you know, but baby, they see the betrayal now, and I felt like they want to come and put you first. Like I felt like they could have fell for the illusion. They now see how you was genuine, you provided genuine true love, and they whatever the illusion was, they fell for the fucking trap. They fell for the trap, but they see the truth now. You was a millionaire in spirit, my love bug. You feel me? But you're not the type where people can buy you. You have values, you have morals, and I feel like now they see that. That's crazy. And they won't put that woman first? Girl, nah. You need to rest your body. Is going through a transformation. All right. So make sure you're getting rest. All right, yo. Because I don't want to be all day. I gotta go get my chameleon some food. Okay. Empathy and compassion is the strongest emotion, my love bug. So maybe you could have had empathy and showed compassion for a person in the situation, which is why you're protected. Okay. And everyone can change. Will you forgive? A bitter bitch. I told y'all somebody struggling with forgiveness. It could be this bitter bitch, an ambulance worker, could be a Pisces or a Gemini. Oh well, all right. Somebody needs to take a rose petal bath, which in whoever this ambulance worker is that you could have closed out a cycle with, this bitter bitch. It's not showing. I'm gonna acknowledge it though, yo. We have 211, a sign of new beginning, spiritual awakening, and entering a new phase in your spiritual journey. I'm gonna go ahead on and take them out because they're only hanging around for the sex. They're hooked. Ghost. Sam told her where him and Molly would be, and he sent a hitman right to him. Look, this been coming out a little too heavy for me, and I don't like that card. So I really, really, really feel like somebody really need to be cautious on who you're giving your whereabouts to, like who you sharing information with, because I feel like somebody have a stake in a circle. Okay, so and the person, it could be somebody that you have some type of sexual, encounters with. It could be a sexual situation. It could be just based on the sex, right? But I just feel like the person is a snake, okay? And you could be in people pleasing energy when it comes to this person, like, you just being a people pleaser when it comes to them. You're doing anything to satisfy them to, well, you're not really, I feel like thinking logically, okay? And somebody needs to enhance their clairvoyance gift, so try visualization. And God gives his toughest battles to his strongest warriors. All right, so you will survive this situation, whatever it is. And I am deeply connected to my inner wisdom, so maybe somebody needs to try to use that as an affirmation as well. Okay. All right, yo. Okay, perfect. Cause I'm about to get ready to roll. Let's grab a few of these and see what we could get. I'm loving this energy, yo. Oh Lord, thank God that whoever, cause oh girl, that energy is so draining. I ain't lying. True clarity, guidance, and protection. True clarity, guidance, and protection. Okay, okay, I know that's right, folks. It's heavy on y'all wishes being fulfilled. Okay, I just feel like ask the universe, speak what you want. What's your desires? What's your dreams? What do you want? Because I feel like in one hand you have the world. The world is in your hand, my love bug. But I feel like it's up to you to make that decision. You know, when it comes to it, speak it into existence. Use your voice. Use your tone. All right. Use your energy. I feel like when you speak it, feel the energy first with that empathy, with that compassion. Like, bring your frequency up to that frequency first. And, then speak it, visualize it with that clairvoyance. But I feel like you feeling the energy is very important. Okay. Whoever that was for. Somebody could be in some type of wounded warrior energy, or maybe you're coming out of a wounded warrior energy when it comes to a situation dealing with your sisters or a sister circle or a brother circle. Apply the energy how it fit. Y'all already know tarot don't have a gender. All right. But I do feel like it's a situation that you cut cards with. One thing about the Nine of Wands, it always, for me, this is you didn't want the situation to come to an end. And it could have been, a long-term situation, but you didn't want the situation to come to an end. Like you really was battling, for the relationship, for the situation, but you got tired. But you was drained, I'm telling you. You was drained, you know. But I feel like you're real close when it comes to you successfully, like, healing from this situation, releasing the hurt, the pain, and just healing those wounds when it comes to this situation. So congratulations. But I also feel like whatever situations you experience when it came to this sister circle, it taught you a lot. It taught you a lot. And I feel like you really learned, the lessons that needed to be learned. You graduated from it, But I feel like it also like made you stronger when it came to situations. It could have made you stronger when it came to the way that you handle your friend circle now. You could have been in people pleasing energy when you was connected to, your sisters or whatever sister circle is. You could have been the one that really, tried to show up for everybody, even when in reality, like, you probably really didn't want to. You probably really was feeling drained when it came to the situation. But I also feel like you could have been very persistent when it came to like you preserving the relationship that you had with them, the ties that you had to them. But I do feel like somebody's wishes is coming true. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I also feel like once you cut cards from this situation, you could have really like raised your frequency and stepped into a very, very joyful place in your life. Okay. And now you could really be speaking the truth when it comes to the situation. I feel like you became fully aligned. Once you really healed from this situation and became your own backbone, I feel like you probably could have been the backbone for these people, or vice versa. You could have felt as if they was your backbone, But I feel like whatever it was, you learned a valuable lesson, baby. You are your own backbone, and nobody gonna hold you up like your spine gonna hold you up. You feel me? Period. Period. And I feel like the confidence that you have now is, baby, somebody is fearless, just fierce and beautiful. And I really really feel like you just in a very happy and abundant place. You really receiving the fruit to your labor. Okay, I told y'all confidence, high self-esteem. I told y'all, I knew it already. Okay, so, and I do feel like this was the way that the Most High this how you was rebuilt, because it said the Most High never just rescue, He rebuilds. So I feel like you was rebuilt, like stronger. I'm getting Terminator, like type energy. Look how thick her legs is. Yep, they solid. You feel me? I feel like you solid. He rebuilt you, forward fucking tough, baby. You stronger than ever now. You stronger than ever. You're wiser than ever. You're better than ever. Okay, and I feel like you feel fulfilled as a whole. It's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I feel like you could be stepping into your confidence when it comes to you speaking up about situations. Somebody dad is here with him, Beyonce, Houston Energy. Okay. All right, y'all. But I do feel like you're moving forward. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. And healing. I feel like it's heavy on somebody like forgiving a situation, finding forgiveness. Okay. I feel like you doing good when it comes to the healing. I feel like you're almost, really at the end. You're close to the end of the healing process. But I feel like it may be a little bit, more that you need to release and you need to surrender, free yourself from. But I also feel like that love piece you may be struggling with. It could be a situation that just could be from one of all these groups. Like with all of them, you probably release this, the emotions, or forgave those people in the situations. You just don't. You still cut ties though. Like I don't. Valuable lesson, right? I get it. I don't mess with y'all doing. You feel me? But I feel like it could just be one situation in particular that you may be having a hard time, with forgiving. For somebody in specific, it may have something to do with somebody messing with somebody person. Okay, but take what resonates and leave what does not when it comes to that situation. Okay, and just be patient with yourself. All right. I feel like it is your season of glow up. I do feel like you have two paths, and I do feel like you have to make the conscious decision on, which route you're going to go. Okay, or maybe somebody did make the decision, to step into the earth angel energy. And with that, I feel like all your wishes, are being granted. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. I feel like for somebody in specific, you could have already been patient when it came to, the situation, when it came to your transformation, when it came to you growing, you healing. Okay. When it came to you withdrawing from situations, detaching from situations. All right. Somebody daddy is showing up, baby. Okay, look, there's no one else like my daddy, baby. I know that's right. And I thank you for loving me. My today. No matter how much pain, I will be okay. Cause I got a man in my life. All right, y'all, cause this is my little jam. I ain't lying. A father's love is unconditional, baby. It won't go away, even in the afterlife. It'll never go away. Okay. All right, y'all, because y'all know my daddy was my king, baby. I can't even lie. I can't lie. I miss that man. All right. I hope this was helpful, fam. I hope this was useful. I hope y'all got something from this. Let me grab some advice. I'm loving this energy. I'm so happy whoever them demons was finally went found their soul tried. and got off my own page because I lost some subscribers, but my energy is back right. So thank you. That's why my spirit team was telling me to hold up. For real, just wait. Okay, I'm loving it. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's what's this advice? True clarity, guidance, and protection. True clarity, guidance, and protection. All right. Spirit says focus on your finances at this time. Slow down with spending and develop the habit of saving, or at least start to invest your money into assets that will bring you financial stability and wealth. It's falling on the wishes coming true. Okay, so I do feel like if you was in like some type of financial loss like situation, I feel like your wishes coming, you gonna free up on that situation, and it's gonna be very like abundant. I feel like you're in abundant and prosperity energy. It's gonna be very satisfying. Okay, so true clarity, guidance, and protection. Whoever that's for. Anything else? Advice? Advice? It is time for you to do self reflection. Spirit is encouraging you to go within to rediscover who you truly are and what you truly want in life. Okay. And it literally fell on the I am deeply connected to my inner wisdom. So I feel like somebody may want to try that as an affirmation. But I feel like for the most part, most of y'all already done self reflection. Like, period. I feel like that's why you're in the energy that you're in. Like, you already done that inner healing, that inner work, and now you have that inner wisdom. Like, period. Because somebody, y'all aligned. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. Ain't speaking. Do you feel me? I'm loving it. There are some major blockages in your life that Spirit wants to assist you with ridding. Spirit says call upon them and have faith in them to help you with whatever blockages you may be facing at this time. I told y'all, I started off with, I feel like somebody needs to be using a voice when it comes to, you speaking and actually asking for what you want, what is your soul's desires. I feel like this is just a confirmation. I feel like the fact that you're not speaking it into the universe, that could be the blockage within itself. Okay, but whoever that's for, take what resonates only what does not. And I hope this was helpful. I hope this was useful. I hope y'all got something from this. Always remember, as above, so below. Well, one.